Hello there! Today I will be building a medieval castle. This will be a pretty small castle, but yeah, it's not a very small, but it's a pretty small castle, as you will see. So I have begun building it like this. It's not very... I haven't come very far yet, as you can see, but I will be building as like a wall in around the castle, not around the whole castle, but in the front and in the back. And I just thought that would be a wall where you can have like watchers of this small castle, so there won't be any enemies coming into it, kinda. And yeah, you can see how I'm building the small wall here right now. And I wanted to build these half wall pieces so it really looks like a small wall there. And I am also having some towers. I really wish that we had spiral stairs, because that would be really cool to have some spiral stairs in those towers, so your Sims actually would be able to get up there. But so far we don't have any spiral stairs, so for now your Sims won't be able to go up there, but if there comes some spiral stairs, I will definitely put some spiral stairs in there. Sorry, I can't talk today. But here I'm just starting to shape this build on the back side, and even here I had some trouble with this roof just getting stuck into this room. I'm not sure why that happened. Maybe because I put the roof in there first and I put the room in there later. Maybe that had something to do with it. But I will be fixing that up later, of course, so you don't have to worry about that. And I think this house has 4 floors, but as you can see, it's pretty small. The first floor is pretty normal sized, I guess, and the other ones are very small, so that's pretty nice. And even though this is a small castle, I think it took me 4.5 hours to build all this, and I also built a little bit of cam because I just thought that some parts wouldn't be needed to be in this video, so that's just that. And here I'm starting to build the towers on the backside and the wall on the backside as well. And I think you can see right now how the wall will be like. It will be easier to see if you don't get it yet when I'm putting on the wallpapers. And I'm having some towers here as well. And it's higher towers. If I will keep them like that, I'm not sure if I will just have 2 levels of towers back there, or if I have 3 floors. I guess we will just have to wait and see. But I'm doing the same thing back here with the whole walls as I did on the front. And here I just wanted to put in a small balcony, because that's always nice to have. And at first I wanted to use these half walls on that balcony as well, but I will be ending up with just using some fences instead. But I won't be using this kind of fence. I will be having like a wood fence instead. But I guess I won't be changing that for now. But here I am just fixing up the color on the whole walls, because I didn't want them to be brown, so I used a grayish color. It looks a bit like green-gray, I think, right now. But yeah, I used that color anyway. And here I'm just starting to fill up with the wallpapers, and I will be using a stone wallpaper for these wall pieces. and the rest of the house will be in a wooden brown color. I will be changing those house towers up right soon. Yeah, here you could see that, so they are still in a wood color, but they have some more, or they are still in a stone wallpaper, but they have some more wood on it. And here I'm just changing up all the roofs and stuff like that. And soon I will be changing that balcony, I hope, because I won't be using that fence in the end. But yeah, just fixing up all the details here. I'm also fixing the floors, the balcony floors at least. And I will be putting on some trimmers and stuff like that. And of course I want to have some stone path in there, and yeah, I'm also dragging it out to the street. A bit weird that it isn't matching with the street outside of the lot, but I can't do much about that, and I don't want to use a red stone color for this build, so I guess we will just have to live with that. But here I wanted to put some trims up, so I just had to fix that. I also wanted the Sims to be able to walk out in their backyard on the back side of the house, so I'm just fixing that right here. Also coloring the floor, and I wanted to have some weird pattern in the backyard, so you can see that I am fixing that right here. I had some troubles with how I wanted this pattern to be like, but you will be able to see it soon. I think this is how it ended up to be like. And then I just put some dirt in some pieces back there where I will be putting some plants. And I kinda wanted to have some windows in this wall as well, because I think that can look pretty cool, but I thought it would be pretty weird to have windows in the wall, because the wall is there to protect the house, so you don't want anyone to be able to break in there. But yeah, the Sims anyway, they don't have like a door for the wall, if you get what I mean. But I guess you can pretend that they can like take down some kind of door thing or something right there. But yeah, here I am putting in all of the trims, and I have to like put floors under the roof so I can make it like there are rooms there, because if I don't do that I can't put in the trims. And I think that's a bit annoying. I just wish that you could put the trims on any wall, and that you could like drag it on like you drag on a fence somewhere. And because sometimes I want to use like different trim pieces on different walls, but you can just put them on a room, so you have to like do a lot of weird stuff with the floor to get it how you want it, which I think is very annoying, but I guess I will just have to deal with that, even if it takes a bit of time. So yeah, for some reason it seems like I'm just deleting the walls and putting on the wallpaper again. I'm not sure what I did there, I don't really remember actually. But yeah, I'm guessing that I'm just fixing something up so this house will be looking better. And here I'm putting all of the roof pieces on. I think it's really nice that we have these roof pieces. And yeah, I'm using them in a lot of builds, and as you can see I had a lot of trouble with the roof pieces here. They are getting deleted, and I'm just putting them back. I don't really know what happened, but I had some problems with it, but it seems to be working now, so that's good. And just putting in some doors so the Sims can get in and out everywhere. and I guess the next step will be putting on the windows. So yeah, you can see I'm just trying to fixing it up with a few windows here and there. I'm using some windows on these towers as well, and again I really wish that we had some spiral stairs, because it would be so cool to be able to put them in the tower so your Sims could walk right up. But yeah, I can't put any stairs right now because the one we have are too big. So here I'm just putting on some flowers on the walls beneath the windows, which I think is really nice to use some flowers. Maybe this house isn't like the cutest house which should have a lot of flowers, but I think that a castle fits in having a lot of flowers all around it. So here I'm just putting in some dirt patches, and I won't be filling those up with anything because I thought that would just be some space where your Sims can grow stuff. So maybe they can put in some apple trees or something, which I thought would be really nice, because I wanted this to be a medieval castle, and I think many people grow their own food and stuff back then. So here I wanted to have a stair going up to this wall, because I really wanted some Sims to be able to be up there, or like make it look like the Sims are going up there and protect this build. But I couldn't fit it inside of there, so I had to put it on the outside, which isn't as good as if I could put it on the inside, but I guess that will be that just have to do. And here I have put some dirt on the front of this house, and I will just be filling that up with a lot of flowers, because I just think it looks so nice to have many flowers. So I'm just putting some in some different colors and sizing them up, and I think that's a really good tip if you are landscaping, that is to size up some flowers or bushes, because first of all it looks a bit more natural to have flowers and bushes in different sizes, and also because it takes up a lot of space when you size them up, and yeah, I just think it looks very nice. And on this build I won't be having any ivy. Weird, but yeah, I just thought that this build would look better without ivy. So I'm not using any. I guess they will just be having a gardener or something here who can take care of the ivy if it starts to grow on the house. But yeah, I think I'm almost done with this part right now. I will be putting some flowers on the back side as well later, and I put some pots in there so there is just some more space where your Sims can grow stuff. And here I'm putting in the flowers on the back side, or some of the flowers, and I wanted to have like a pool here, but as you can see, something happened with the floor and I had to redo everything, kinda. I'm not sure what's happened, but I guess that's some weird glitch. Because I really wanted to have like water around the whole castle. So that's what I'm doing here. And if you wonder why I did those land stuff, I did those so your Sims can walk out a bit in the water, I guess. And I didn't just want like to have a straight water all around the whole house, so I did it like this, so it looks like it's a small pond on the end. I will also be making a small pond on the other end, but I think it will take a bit of time before I do that. And here I'm just filling these walking spaces with some floorboards, and I will be changing this up a bit. Here I put some fence around it, but I will be changing that later because I didn't really like how this looked like. So in the end there won't be any small fences around this. So on this side I put a small fountain, and in here we will have a small table where the Sims can eat. And we will be putting a knight on the water on the other side as well. You will see that a bit later. And yeah, I'm starting to put some dirt in, so I know where to put more flowers. And at first I wanted to have like a walkway to the front of the house, but it didn't look good, so I removed that. So yeah, I'm just using the same flowers on the back side as I used on the front side. And yeah, I really like those flowers we got from the Romantic Garden stuff pack. So I'm really happy about those flowers. But yeah, I'm almost done with these flowers. Just putting in some more, and also using some rocks in there because that's also a great thing to throw in some rocks in the garden, in your flowers. It just looks a bit more natural and I really like it. So yeah, just putting some of these very small bushes, but I think that's the last thing we do. Now we put in some more rocks as well, and then we just add some dirt under all of these, which is also making it look a lot more natural. And yeah, then we are putting in some of my favorite trees in The Sims 4. I will also be putting some more of those in a bit later. But yeah, some of them will be here, and I erased that a few times because I didn't know if I liked that more or less, but in the end we will keep them there because I really like how that look like. So yeah, here I will be putting all of the knights in. I'm having pretty many of them in this build, and I think that's really nice, but I had to size them up because they looked really ridiculous if I didn't. I think they are supposed to be about the same size as a Sim, but I don't know if it's because I have tall walls, because they looked really short and really tiny. So as you can see, I have done a lot on the pool right here. I just did that off cam because I don't think it's too much interesting to see how I'm placing all the rocks and bushes around the pool. Or maybe I should say around the pond, because it is supposed to be a pond and not a pool. And yeah, I'm just putting a little walkway right there, and then I'm just putting a lot of trees on that side of the house, some monkey bars as well. And yeah, I just thought it looked nice to have like a wood on this side of the house, or like a small wood at least. Because I think this is like a very old house. So I'm really sorry for all of the background noises in this video. It's just my kitten playing with some random stuff he has found. Maybe I should close the door when I'm recording, but I'm feeling a bit mean if I do that, so I really hope that he stops playing around with everything soon, and I hope it's not annoying you too much. But as you can see, we have moved on to the interior here. And I'm beginning with the kitchen, as I'm doing very often. And I just wanted to have a pretty basic looking kitchen with... I didn't want to have like a microwave or a coffee machine or anything, because this is like a medieval house, so I really wanted it to have what do you say? I didn't want to have a lot of electronics, and I will actually be putting in a television and a computer in this build anyway, which might be a bit weird, but maybe this is like a medieval home which some Sims from today moved into, and they want to keep it like not have too much electronics, but they need a TV and computer anyway. I'm not sure, but I guess you could just remove the electronics if you don't like them. So yeah, just putting in a flower pot and a fruit bowl there as well. And we will soon move on to the dining room. And in here I wanted to have a really big table, so I'm just putting 2 tables together. And I'm using those from the first game pack that came. I can't remember what it's called right now. But I think they look really good in a medieval house, because they don't look like you have spent like a lot of time doing them. It just looks like you have taken some woods and just like took them together, I guess. So I think it's fit really nicely in this kind of build, and I'm also really sorry that I'm not recording in full screen right here. I just forgot to put my game on full screen, but I will be realizing that soon, I think. I'm really sorry about that, but it isn't a very big difference, so I hope you won't be bothering about that too much. So we are almost done with the dining room. At first I didn't want to put any rugs in this build, because I just don't thought that I had very much rugs in the medieval times. I'm not sure if that's true, but that's just what I'm imagining. But in the end I just put a lot of rugs anyway, because I just think that looks very nice to have. And I like to put the tub like this, because if you look in medieval movies, they usually have like a wooden tub in the middle of the room, something like that. So I just thought this looked good. And I'm putting a lot of these chests in this build. There might have been someone very rich who's lived here before, so they need to have a lot of chests, and maybe they kept their gold or something in there. Yeah, I'm almost done with that room, and here I just thought that I would be putting some of these kinds of flags around the build. I just think it's looks really good when you have a lot of details like that. And here I'm just putting out these diplomas, or what it's supposed to be, which I thought just looked nice to put like that on the wall. And here we're moving on to the TV room, I guess, or the living room. They will be having a TV over that fireplace, as you can see here. And yeah, it looks a bit weird to have a TV in there. It doesn't really fit into this room. But yeah, I just wanted to put it there anyway. And they will be having a lot of bookcases around this room like this. I just thought that looked nice to have a lot of them. And I'm using the same curtain in every room, I think. And that's just because I don't like the curtains very much in this game. I hope we get more soon. But yeah, putting another chest in there. I wanted to put the llama game in there as well, but it didn't really fit, so I just put another bookcase in there instead. I guess that they will be reading a lot in this house because there are a lot of bookcases. And here we have the entrance, where I'm just putting some usual entrance stuff. I'm also using this wardrobe from the kids stuff pack, which might be a bit weird, but when it's in that brown wood it just looks completely normal. It doesn't look like it's only for a child or anything, so it worked to use that there. And I have really missed to be having a wardrobe. We all have like those smaller stuff, so I really wanted to use that wardrobe when we finally got one. And here I'm placing another weird stuff, a computer in this house, but I guess you could just remove that if you want to. I'm also putting a bar in here and an easel, so it's a bit of a random room, I guess. I just didn't really know what to put in there, so put some different stuff you might be wanting to use in this game. Also just putting on some wall decor in there, because I didn't want it to look too empty, so some diplomas out there as well. And we are just flying out in the backyard again. So here I will just put some more of these pots so your Sims can grow a lot of plants. I also wanted to have this thing because it looks really medieval, but I couldn't fit it in there, so I just put it outside in the garden instead. So here we are moving on to the second floor, which will be the kids' floor. We are having 3 kids' bedroom and 1 toilet on this floor. And this toilet is going into one of the bedrooms because I thought that looked the best, but I guess the other kids can use this toilet as well. They just have to walk in to this room first. So yeah, I'm just like using the same bed, but I will be having some different toys in all of the rooms. I'm using this new stuff from the kids stuff pack because I thought that would be pretty cool, and it's not like any electronics in it or anything, so I thought that was good. Also that llama game fit right up there. And yeah, what will I put in here? A painting table, and that guy gets that wizard thing, or what it's called, I don't remember. And here I'm just putting a small table and a chair because I thought that they could make their homework on there. I couldn't really fit a desk in here, so I just used that instead. And yeah, I will also be putting up some paintings in the rooms, but then I will be done. It looks a little bit empty that I didn't put any rug or anything in those rooms. If I would go back to this house, I would be putting in some rugs, but yeah, that's easy to do afterwards, I guess. And so here I'm just putting a couch and some decor item, and before we move up to the 3rd floor. So yeah, maybe I will put some flowers there and a rug as well. And here we have the 3rd floor. So I'm just having a small fireplace with some couches. Right here we will be putting in some bookcases, like this family needs any more bookcases, I guess. And then we just put in some decor items to fill up this space. Yeah, we put in a chess table in here as well, so they have a lot of different stuff to do in here. And yeah, just filling up with some more decoring item. And here I'm just putting in a fish bowl and more bookcases, yay! No, but bookcases is just great stuff to put when you don't know what you should put there. I guess we need some more of that kind of item so we don't have to put bookcases everywhere. But here they just have a toilet as well. And here we are moving on to the fourth floor. And I'm sorry for my voice. I don't know what's going on. My voice don't like to talk for this long, I think, because it's always getting weird when I'm recording long videos. So I hope it really gets used to that soon. But we're already soon done with the parents' room. And yeah, nothing special. A lot of those outdoor treats stuff in there, which I think really fits. And yeah, just some lightings and some decorating items. Another bookcase, an easel on the balcony. And yeah, I'm just putting some more chests all over this place. I just thought it would be fun to have them, like a lot of them. And putting some in the bushes as well, which I think look pretty nice. And then I just wanted to have some more details right here, so I'm putting a fountain here. And yeah, then I'm just changing the wallpaper and the flooring in this pool because I thought it looked a bit weird to be blue like that. I will also be putting a lot of these frog leaves in the pond pool, or what you would call it, because yeah, I just think it looks a lot better. I don't know why I didn't put them in there earlier when I did this pool, because it wasn't like I wasn't going to put them in there, but yeah, we are getting them in now last minute like this, and it just makes everything looks a lot better. And now I can see that I forgot to change the wallpaper and the flooring in a little bit of the pool. I guess I will just be fixing that before I upload it to the gallery, if I can remember. But yeah, I also wanted to put some of these whole things in here, and I will be removing some of them because I put in a bit of too many of them. And then I'm just putting in some more of these leaves. I'm not sure what these leaves are, but yeah, there are some other kinds of leaves, so I'm just putting them in there everywhere. Yeah, it makes it look a lot more nicer. But yeah, we will just putting in those bushes right here as well, because it looked a bit empty on that spot. And then we are done. So here you have the screenshots, and I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon. Goodbye!
Silence calls to me from the treetops of this world. A balance, feeling free. I'm a part of this place above, and I know